5 things to do right away, not to wait for next week, not to wait for tomorrow. 5 things to do today to get moving, get your ass going, achieve those goals you're considering tackling. I did. I think my kids were tired of seeing Dad's coffee stains and shit stains.
Yeah, I was just say, what did you spill on the white one? That's the question.
Christmas really changes. Hey, Johnny, as the kids get older, right? It's just a different experience than when there's young children. The only morning show to get your ass out of bed, morning show for men. Think Men's Health, Men's Journal, Howard Stern. I love hearing this from you guys because admittedly, when you see people on quote unquote TV, we put them on a pedestal and we think that they're unlike us.
But the shit that other people won't do is exactly what gets you there. Discipline.
Yes, it is.
Doing the shit you don't want to do, and the shit you need to do even when you don't want to do it. Another day waiting is another day wasted.
It's finding ways to be the best version of yourself.
You got to look at that person that's drowning.
Yeah.
And you have to quickly decide, if I throw this motherfucker a life vest, will he put it on?
What if Canada, the United States, and Mexico united into a single sovereign country, covering approximately 23.52 million square kilometers of land area, boasting a total GDP of $30,179 trillion, would make it the world's largest economy?
What fucking country is going to lead this fucking charge? Because they're all fucked up.
They say it's easier to be a millionaire than get a six-pack nowadays.
Yeah, right? So you're going from million status to billion status to trillion status. Why wouldn't the same thing be happening with countries?
It's like going to a butter knife fight with a fucking machine gun. There's so many weapons on this planet. You don't need all this shit. Who the fuck's going to lead the charge?
Tomorrow, somebody could just show up in Churchill and plant a flag. It could be either Russia or it could be the United States. Who would you like to have plant the flag? We talk about things most don't want to talk about, which is what we talk about here on the show. I thought we could just have some fun around this idea of 5 things to do right away, not wait till tomorrow, get your life going, get out of bed, hit those goals, and move forward.
It just, the idea of being in a cattle call to go get one of something when there's 100 people going to get it, or maybe the ratio's even worse.
Oh, I'm with you.
It's just like, it just didn't, not even thinking about the money. I don't want to invest my time in trying to find something that saves me a few bucks. I want to invest my time on making a whole lot of bucks. By the time you get to the third one, so we just ran this little trio. Yeah. And then you're moving in and out, you're playing a game, it almost becomes cool back. It's called, she's in like the top 7% of Amazon, meaning that most people can't handle the fucking pressure. They crack.
If somebody is spending $600 million on a wedding, $600 million, like all of the guests are getting houses. It's actually quite impossible unless you're buying every guest.
When I got to the first point in my life where my account was like, you better go spend some money.
I'm a self-made millionaire. This is the one luxury item that I regret buying.
Who are you listening to? And I thought about all these clients I've had that listen to people who are negative, who throw them off of their goals, and they stop training, and they still big back. Who you listening to is the key to hitting your goal and not hitting your goal. It's the key to changing your life and staying the same, or changing your life versus getting worse. Because we don't stay the same. We either declining or you getting better.
We do a good job being conduits of conversation, exchanging ideas. And that's one thing we do very well on the show here, which is exchange ideas, create dialogue, don't talk at, and encourage others to join the conversation, and knowing that there's grace offered with different points of view.
It's crazy that it makes that fucking completely legal, but it does. I'm thinking to myself, nobody is going to benefit from fucking rolling over 3 times.
No, it's a crazy story, man. That's one of those situations where, like, how much is it going to cost me because I don't want to die? 200 grand, okay, great. Here's my check. He's like, yeah, for the first few weeks, it was great. My pride was great. My ego was great. I got into the truck. I put my watch on. Every time I looked at my wrist, I felt really good about myself. I have these customers that I have a watch that's worth more than their house looking at me going, what the fuck, man? You're wearing this watch and I'm struggling to pay for my house. I'm not driving around this community in an expensive car when I'm asking John Anderson and C. Marty Fit to come buy groceries in my grocery store. He says, if they can't afford groceries and they see me driving in a Jaguar, how's that making them feel?
If you got a certain watch, a certain car, it can be good for networking and get you in certain rooms and things like that.
That thing might open the door, but that person that's alive that opened his door for you, he's looking at you now. He's looking at your character. He doesn't give a shit what you drive, and you're still sleeping until 10 a.m. You can have status in your bank account. You can have status in your car. You can have status in your body. When you really want something, you don't want to wait. So if you want to wait, you really ask yourself the question, how bad do you want it? Because if you're still sitting there saying, I'm going to wait till the first to take the first step, you better rethink this. There's a solid possibility you won't make the haul. You won't make the long run to reach that goal. It's all about just being unapologetically yourself.
That's it. We got like almost 60 people over today.
Oh, wow.
It's a whole, yeah. It's a
So boys,
there'll be a really good gin punch that we make every day.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And, I really love gin as well. It's my second favorite choice after whiskey. Sometimes it's that whole thing when one door closes, maybe another one opens.
Now it's time to start selling mornings in the lab. Why? Well, what the hell's the last year of your life for? I bet you it must have cost at least $1,000, $1,500 to fill the board with meat. It was so big. You're like, holy fart, that thing is big. I can't see you just laying around. Al Bundy, hand down the pants, watching the fucking Christmas.
It didn't matter what they picked or what game they wanted to play. It was just the fact that they were happy and I was having fun with them because they were happy.
It's soft ass 8 o'clock.
What the fuck is that?
So I couldn't get in there early. I'm like, so my clients.
I'm gonna basically be kicking ass from now until noon.
Nice.
And whenever they're here, they by the time they get up and get moving, it's about noon. So I just make sure that I rock and roll hard until noon. He's vowed not to puke this year, so I said, okay, but we're gonna move we're gonna start training at 4.
Mornings Live with Keith and Friends, the only morning show to get your ass out of bed and help you achieve those big goals. The morning show for men. And if you're curious, take some men's journal, take some men's health, add a little bit of Howard Stern, add a little bit of old school FM radio, toss it into a blender. It's all about ending indecision for elite performers by guiding them to clarity, bold action, and a life of control, purpose, and legacy. By February 2022, he was at the top of his game. He had caught what he chased, the C-suite office, pay, travel, image, everything. And the guy quit. Most elite performers that Lon talks about have bigger dreams resting inside them, but the very success they've built is now holding them back. The only show to get your ass out of bed to help you achieve those big goals. You're a free accountability partner. There's not another morning show out there that does this every single day to help you achieve those goals.